I'm about to start talking about religion, right? Because I was a Christian, right? I was a Christian, and I believed in God. I believed in Jesus. I used to talk to Jesus and God, right? And release my thoughts and essentially just release my thoughts. As I pray, I'm talking to Jesus, I'm talking to God, I'm talking to Jesus, I'm talking to God. And I'm going through this shit. And my first glimpse of something of a higher power was like a long time ago, was when I had no business passing a test, right? Something as small as this. I prayed, I listened to gospel, all that shit. I listened to gospel and all that shit before I took that test. Because I wasn't with nothing. I needed to pass that. I need to graduate. So I'm studying. I put the time in. You feel me? I'm studying. I'm putting the time in. I'm praying. Woo, woo, woo. And that's the funniest shit, because I understand that whole situation better, but I don't want to move too forward at what I'm trying to say. So I was a Christian, and I'm praying and all this. And now that I came to a different level of understanding. I got a deeper understanding of what Jesus and God really intended for me. You know what I mean? Jesus didn't intend anything for a nigga. You feel me? Like, he really is just a regular person that really stood about what he believed in, which was just loving yourself. You feel me? To the point that in the Bible, the nigga just sacrificed himself because of his love for his people. Because he could have easily just got out of that, but then what people would have thought, like, oh, this supreme being is trying to take over the world, and people's imaginations just run wild. It's not logical. You know what I mean? So, boom. I'm always going on tangents, bro. I love myself. So, so I used to pray to these niggas, but I understand that you gotta put the time and energy into what you want in life. That's the recipe. So I'm putting in time, I'm studying, and I'm praying, and I gave all of the credit. I gave all of the credit to Jesus, God, all that shit, right? I was like, yo, I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Where it really was just myself. It really was just myself the whole time. So when I pray and I speak to Jesus and God, I'm really speaking to myself and God. Jesus is me, bro. You feel me? So we live the same life, bro. We just live in different times. People are Jesus, bro. Like, that's what you are. If anything, you created Jesus. We created these human beings, bro. We created white people. We, like, the black people. You know what I mean? The skin of carbon. The melanated people. Whatever you want to call us, bro. The niggas that's brown. You feel me? Like, it don't really matter. Like, all these labels really don't matter, bro. So we created these people. So the way that life is set up is it just takes you away from yourself. So they put everything, they try to make sure you put every ounce of energy and time into something that's outside of yourself. So I'm realizing that it was really just myself talking to myself. Myself talking to God, which is just the infinite universe. The universe is more, how should I say, more appropriate in depicting God. You know what I mean? Because it's infinite. It's always expanding. That's what you are. You always are expanding. So to the point where we were so in tune with that concept, with that law, the universal law, if you look up the universal laws, everything will make sense. So that's really what I think about religion. I think religion, it's been based on false information. You feel me? You've been bamboozled, ran amok, led astray. You know what I mean? I was going for a walk in the park, right? And I'm just gonna walk. So I was going through a walk in the park, and I seen these folks out here preaching about liberation, black liberation, this and that, woo woo woo, yeah. And I'm listening, cause I like hearing people's perspective of liberation. You know what I mean? Because there's different ways to be liberated. So they start talking about, because the truth is always in. So the way life works is, life can't hide anything from you. But what life could do is it can lead you astray. It can have you believing in something and you believing that it's true, where it's actually based on falsehood. And that's how they control you. That's how they control your energy. That's how they control everything. And I say they. I'm so happy I'm sitting down right now. Goddamn spine was hurting. But yeah, that's how they control you. You know what I mean? Hold on. Bro, I love me. I love me so much. What else do I have to say? Every time I start like recording, I swear I be making like 3 videos. Cause I really be needing to let this shit out, right? Whether it makes sense or it doesn't. This is something that I feel passionate about. You know, people have their different passions. So why am I so hesitant to talk about mine, right? And be truthful in my approach with life. I started talking about religion. See, I be getting distracted, right? Yeah, I believe that the true religion is understanding the self. And back then, we had cultures who understood that the self is all that is. The self in its relation to God, which is everything. So these cultures, we didn't get along, bro. Like, I swear, like, there's people that wouldn't vibe with me. You feel me? I wouldn't vibe with people, but I wouldn't hate them. Nigga, I just don't. We just go about life differently. You feel me? And I feel like cultures or civilizations back then, that's really how it was. You feel me? People had different cultures, and we were never separated in the sense of what we believe in, but we were separated more so in how we carried it out, I should say. You feel me? So I say that to say this, bro. You gotta focus on yourself. Like, you gonna find God, bro. You gonna realize that God is you. You are controlling everything. Then you gonna realize that you are not this body. But then you gonna realize that you've been programmed so much that you still go through shit. Like, you still go through shit. You still have your hardships, and it still affects your emotions. You still experience the emotion, but you're not attached to it. You know what I mean? At least that's really what my path has led me to believe, you know? So, but it's been hard balancing this shit with, like, friends, like, balancing this life and integrating myself back into the external world, which is just society. Because a lot of what society is pushing, I don't believe in, bro. You know what I mean? But I don't mean I can't be a part of it. Like, I was going about that shit totally wrong, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I'm humble enough to, that's what I'm saying. I'm humble enough to realize that I'm not afraid to be wrong, and I'm also not afraid to tell you what I believe in. That's what I have to go by. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I'm open-minded. Feel me? Tell me what you believe in. Tell you what you believe in, not what somebody else believes in, bro. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't resonate with a lot of shit that I used to, bro. You feel me? The bullshit. Like, social media, bro, it's not a part of my existence, right? Watching the news, bro, it's not a part of my existence. This whole vaccination, corona thing, bro, it's really easy. It's easy to mitigate the symptoms of corona. Literally, you just have to drink moringa tea. Do your research on herbs, bro. Natural herbs. You'll be fine. There's always a holistic approach, bro. So, because nature, bro, we are nature, so we are healed by it at the same time. So there's a plant for everything. There's a part of nature that heals us for everything. But no, people want to take vaccines. People want to inject themselves with stuff that they don't really know, right? That's going to affect their consciousness. You feel me? That's going to affect their will. It's going to stabilize your chakras, and you're not going to be, it's going to stabilize your chakras, and you're not going to be in control of yourself. But you're going to think that you are on everything. You're going to think that you are. But when your ass died, look at God. Actually, you're going to look at yourself, bro. You're going to look at your guides. You're going to look at your ancestors. And y'all going to be like, going over aspects of your life. For me, aspects of the lifetime that you experience. And then, your ass going to come back here. Then you're going to come, you're going to drop this body, and you're going to see your ancestors, and y'all niggas going to be like, what happened? I thought you had a purpose. I thought you went there to do something. And your ass going to be like, yeah, man, I got wrapped up in society, man, you know what I mean? I got wrapped up. And I'm like, all right, bro, we understand. We understand, because we are you. You feel me? And your ass gonna come back here. Your ass gonna reincarnate. Get loop right back into this incarnation cycle. We're not meant to die so soon. We're not meant to drop this body so soon, bro. We still have shit to learn. This body is meant to evolve with us. You know what I mean? But we started going through these reincarnation cycles to learn, because you weren't learning, you were being distracted every time. But to people, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? To some people, it doesn't make sense. But it's, how should I say? I actually don't have anything to say. I be doing that a lot. I need to get a dog, man. I need to really get a dog, man. Dogs is interacting with me, bro, man. I fucking love it. Like, bro, dogs is just love, bro. A manifestation of pure love. Like, the concept is just love, bro. That's why these niggas are your best friends. Because all they really know how to do is love. That's all they are. They're not aware of themselves. Like, nigga, I could look at my hand, you feel me, and be aware of my existence, right? But that's what separates us. That's what separates us. And that's what separates us from, like, all these other beings, all these other animals. You feel me? All these animals that we created. That's what makes us different. It's because we realize that, yo, how are we in this body? Like, how are we in this body, but we still are subjected to certain things? You know what I mean? So we started studying the body, studying the mind now, right? We started studying the mind. That's when alchemy comes in. Yeah, that's when alchemy comes in. And that's when you start to realize the mental processes that you go through when you engage life. That's when you started learning about the present. That's when we started learning about past, future. That's why we were so powerful, because we understood all that. You feel me? It was given to us by ourselves, but our higher selves. You know what I mean? So I actually forgot where I was going with this. It's 18 minutes. I want to make this like 20 minutes right now. I don't know if I'm going to post this online or not. Hopefully the audio is good. I don't know. People just got to do their research, bro. Do your research. You don't have to be subjected to anything that you don't want to. You have the power to do whatever you want. Manifest anything that you want. It's just currently you're not in the currently, us as a society, us as a unified consciousness, we don't believe in so much shit because it wasn't told to us. But we know everything. Whatever was told to us was already known by us. You know what I mean? Get out in nature, bro. Meditate. Do research on spirituality if you want, bro. Like, I'm at a point where the term, the label spirituality it's not something that I associate with. For me, just take time to understand yourself and pay attention to how you feel, bro. Because if you start getting wrapped up in spirituality, you're gonna get led into some weird shit, bro. You're gonna get led into some weird shit, so just pay attention to yourself. It's just gonna lead you into something that's really just gonna take you away from what you really need to understand, right? Because I was really deep into the spirituality shit, you know what I mean? Reading spiritual books, spiritualism, and then I started reading books, philosophers, right? Who just spoke about their experience with life, and that's what I want to teach you, bro. It's just get a connection with your higher self and understand the power of the lower self. Respect the lower self and understand the power of the higher self. Because your lower self is what keeps you giving energy to shit that don't really pleases you. Or it does please you, actually. Let me take that back. Your lower self is what keeps you in this cycle. The lower self is what keeps you in the cycle of habits that don't longer fulfill you. But it pleases you, but it doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't leave you fulfilled. You know what I mean? That's what happens is they play on your pleasures. Everybody want to feel good, bro. Everybody wants to feel good, but nobody wants to take the time to understand the science of feeling good. Understand the alchemical processes that go on within your mind that makes you feel good. You just want to feel good. You just want to feel good, bro. I feel you. I feel those who are stuck in their lower selves, because I'm not separate from it. You feel me? I still battle with my lower self every day, bro. Every day. The lower self is always gonna wanna cling on to an ego that wants bullshit, that no longer suits you, no longer enables you to grow as a spirit. You feel me? Your higher self wants your soul to grow. It wants to integrate you with your soul purpose. Your lower self just wants to integrate you with some bullshit that makes you feel nice. Knowing that it's just instant gratification. Knowing that prolonging that gratification is going to bring immense gratification. Everybody know that. Everybody know about discipline. Everybody know that. You feel me? Everybody know that you need to be disciplined enough to actually sustain anything that you want in life. Because if not, you're just going to get it. And then you won't lose it. You don't have the mindset to keep it. But I gotta, on like a personal tip, bro, like, I gotta get back out in the world and be of it, but not of it at the same time. You feel me? Like, I gotta get back out there, bro. But this time was needed. You get me? Like, this time was needed for me to really get a hold of myself. But continue to take care of yourself, man. That's really it.